The community creature vote is back for Ark Survival Ascended, this time for the Valguero map. The entry period for the creature submission ends at 1 p.m. Pacific on February 20th. The voting will begin at 1 p.m. Pacific on February 21st and end on February 28th at 1 p.m. The winner of this creature vote will be announced in the community crunch on February 28th. The guidelines for the creature vote include one thread per creature. If someone already has made a thread with your creature suggestion, feel free to upvote that thread instead of posting your own. It must be a real-world extinct, prehistoric creature. Developers are disqualified from posting their own ideas. Supplemental information is preferred. To participate in this creature submission votes, you have to register an account on survivetheark.com and be a regular member of the board, which requires 6 posts. Submitters are only eligible to win the creature vote once. Non-winning finalist submitters are still eligible to win the creature vote. Posts will no longer merge with similar submissions. The top 10 creatures will be selected from the top 10 upvoted creatures for a second round of voting using ranked vote. Now that we've covered some of the basics, let's go check out one of the creatures. Well, I'm probably going to mess this one up. But as of the recording of this video, this one has 394 upvotes submitted by Pi the Math. And this is the Pentaceratops imperialis. Imperialis. Whatever. This thing. I'm going to do the dossier read at the end. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this real quick. The Pentaceratops looks like having a brain fart. What is that? The Sinoceratops? Sinoceratops? Has that same style. This image right here. This one looks really cool. That's well done. The artwork for all of these have just been amazing throughout all the creature votes that we've had. So hats off to the artist. So the Pentaceratops, let's see, wild, tamed, there we go. That gives us a look. It looks like it's gonna be shoulder height as tall as a Rex. And then its crest would be really close to the size of a giga. So this is a massive herbivore. So let's take a look. When it's a group of 3 or more, this thing will receive a defensive boost. That's really neat. Has the ability to change stances. So neutral, bulwark, marching wall, battering ram. Neutral, base wild stance with no stat change. Bulwark, it lowers its body to the ground, laying down with its huge frill acting as a wall, blocking incoming damage. That's pretty neat. Cannot move and damage the head of the stance. Wait. While in the stance, Pentaceratops cannot move and damage. Move and damage to the head in this stance would heal. I'm not reading this correctly. That's right. So this charges up its battering ram stance. Yeah, so this just looks like it's gonna be able to do a series of soaking techniques, which is kind of neat. As you build up the strength of this thing, just gets a little bit stronger until it just turns into a battering ram, and that's kind of cool. Be curious how much damage that would end up actually doing. The taunt ability, I think more creatures could probably use the taunt ability. Just because sometimes they go after a creature that you don't want it to go after. Like if you are riding on your Yudi and you are at a boss fight, the boss draws aggro to you because you're buffing your creatures. So having something that can pull that back and take the heat off of the Yudi or any other creature, I think that would be really cool. It goes over the attacks: a headbutt, a light stomp, heavy stomp, charge, and a head sweep. Um, I like that it has more than just a lot of the herbivores out there to just have one attack. And I think the herbivores that we have, they need some love. Um, and this would be cool to have something that can do a little bit more. I would hope that this heavy stomp actually hits behind you. That would be cool too. I like that this thing has two saddles, a basic one and then this heavy armor one. Uh, yeah, so something simple and then something to help you, take in a bunch more damage. Um, so that's really neat too. All right, so there's the Pentaceratops. I'm not gonna attempt. Hold on. Yes, I will. The Pentaceratops imperial. It's imperial, and then it's is. The Pentaceratops imperialis. That sounds correct. The impenetrable bulwark. Yeah. Yeah, so the dossier is really neat. So we'll go ahead and read that now. Few animals inspire such awe as Pentaceratops. These towering herbivores are a sight to behold in the wild. Rarely seen alone, this massive ceratopsian often travels in groups of three, their numbers able to ward off most predators. While docile to most creatures, should the herd come under threat, these herbivores will lash out with relentless fury, turning to face their opponent while flashing their formidable horns in towering frill. Any tribe, brave or foolish enough to attempt to tame one of these hulking behemoths, will find that it is no easy task. When attacked, the herd will turn to face their attackers, their front halves completely protected by their huge armored heads. Due to the thick keratin covering their skulls, they're practically immune to tranquilizer darts from the front. The only way to effectively put one of these large ceratopsians to sleep is to get behind them. Should a tribe succeed in taming one or even a group of these giant herbivores, they'll find their defensive capabilities unmatched. Tribes have been known to use their frills as living walls and marching shields, making them nearly immune to most projectiles. However, be sure not to underestimate their offensive potential. Some tribes have taken to armoring their Pentaceratops to an almost extreme degree, utilizing them as powerful war mounts.